Buenos dias! In this video, we're going to talk some more about a special type of verb in Spanish, which is called a stem-changing verb, or in Spanish, un verbo de cambio radical. In the previous video, we talked about stem-changing verbs where the letter E changes to IE. In this video, we're going to talk about the second type of stem-changing verbs, in which an O changes to a UO. So a good example of this type of verb is the verb poder, which means to be able. You've already learned that the endings for an ER verb like poder are O, S, E, hemos, es, and en. So you might expect that we're just going to attach those endings to the first three letters of the word POD, podemos, podes. And for the nosotros and vosotros forms, that's true. That's exactly what we're going to do. They are podemos and podes. But for the other four forms, we're going to make the O to UE change. And so the yo form is puedo. The tu form is puedes. The él, ella, and usted form is puede. And the ustedes, ellos, ellas form is pueden. Yo puedo, tú puedes, usted puede, él puede, ella puede, nosotros podemos, nosotras podemos, vosotros podéis, vosotras podéis, ustedes pueden, ellos pueden, ellas pueden. This type of verb is called a boot verb because when we put these verbs in the chart, the forms inside the boot have the stem change, in this case O to UE, and the forms outside the boot do not have the stem change, and so they have an O, just like the infinitive form poder. The yo form is yo puedo, and in English we can either translate that to I am able or I can. Yo puedo. Tú puedes is you can or you are able. Tú puedes. Usted puede is the more formal way to say you can or you're able. Usted puede. Él puede, he can or he is able. Él puede. Ella puede, she can or she is able. Ella puede. Nosotros podemos, we can or we are able. Nosotros podemos. Nosotras podemos means the same thing when we're talking about a group of girls. We can or we are able. Nosotras podemos. Vosotros podéis, you guys can. All of you can. Vosotros podéis. Vosotras podéis, you girls can. All of you girls can. Vosotras podéis. Ustedes pueden. You guys or you girls can. All of you can. Ustedes pueden. Ellos pueden. They can or they are able. Ellos pueden. And ellas pueden. They can or they are able when it's a group of girls. Ellas pueden. Puedo tocar la guitarra. I can play the guitar. Puedo tocar la guitarra. Tomás puede jugar al fútbol muy bien. Tomás can play soccer very well. Tomás puede jugar al fútbol muy bien. No podemos ir al cine hoy. We can't go to the theater today. No podemos ir al cine hoy. So that was the verb poder. Another verb that has the same O to UE stem change is the verb volver, which means to return or to come back. Yo vuelvo, tú vuelves, usted vuelve, él vuelve, ella vuelve, nosotros volvemos, nosotras volvemos, vosotros volvéis, vosotras volvéis, ustedes vuelven, ellos vuelven, and ellas vuelven. Manuela vuelve a casa después de las clases. Manuela returns home after class. Manuela vuelve a casa después de las clases. Another verb that has the same O to UE stem change is the verb dormir, which means to sleep. Yo duermo, tú duermes, usted duerme, él duerme, ella duerme, nosotros dormimos, nosotras dormimos, vosotros dormís, vosotras dormís, ustedes duermen, ellos duermen, ellas duermen. El gato duerme encima del refrigerador. The cat sleeps on top of the refrigerator. El gato duerme encima del refrigerador. Another verb with an O to UE stem change is the verb almorzar, which means to have lunch. Yo almuerzo, tú almuerzas, usted almuerza, él almuerza, ella almuerza, nosotros almorzamos, nosotras almorzamos, vosotros almorzáis, vosotras almorzáis, ustedes almuerzan, ellos almuerzan, ellas almuerzan. Martín almuerza en casa. Martín eats breakfast at home. Martín almuerza en casa. And one more verb with the same type of stem change is the verb jugar. The verb jugar doesn't have an O, so we can't say this is an O to UE stem change because there's no O. Instead, it's the U that changes to UE. So the forms are yo juego, tú juegas, usted juega, él juega, ella juega, nosotros jugamos, nosotras jugamos, vosotros jugáis, vosotras jugáis, ustedes juegan, ellos juegan, ellas juegan. Luis juega baloncesto. Luis plays basketball. Luis juega baloncesto. So we've looked at 3 different types of stem changing verbs. E to IE, which is in the previous video. And to review that video, you can click on the link. And then in this video, we looked at O to UE stem changing verbs and U to UE stem changing verbs. These are the only 3 types of stem changes that there are. And that's all for this video. Hasta la próxima.